Alright, we got 7 2x6s here. Let's see what we can turn it into this week. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to this week's video. As you saw in the intro, we are making a desk today with a second shelf of storage on it. And the thing we need to do first is to create our tabletop and our shelf. Now both of these are going to be 46 inches in length. And then after we get all those pieces cut, we're going to dive into the cuts we need to make for our leg. So here we are. We have our 4 pieces for our tabletop that we're going to have to mill down. We have our 3 pieces for our second shelf. So now we're going to use that leftover piece and these pieces to cut 28.5-inch long pieces to be the outer part of our legs. And then for each set of legs, we're going to need 3 pieces at 13.5 inches wide so that we can make our little squares or rectangles. Anyways, oh, I lied. I said 28.5 inches. I meant 28 inches. 4 pieces at 28 inches, 6 pieces at 13.5. So now that we have our legs all cut right here ready to go, the next thing we need to do is start milling our shelves. We're going to use the table saw to rip down about 1/4 inch off each side of these 2x6s. These are 5.5-inch wide pieces from the store. So by ripping off 1/4 inch on both sides, it should get us to about 5 inches. So we're going to do that for these 4 boards. And then after that, we are going to put them through our planer to get them really nice and clean looking. The reason why we're going to do that is because we need this to be 19.5 inches wide in terms of our desktop. And so each board has to be about 4 7/8 inches wide. So by getting us down to 5 inches, we can fit through the planer, mill it down to our 4 7/8 inch, and we will be having the exact measurement we need, also with some really clean looking wood. And then for our second shelf here, we are going to be taking these down to about 4.5 inches wide, because our storage shelf will be 13.5 inches deep. So I'm going to figure out how I'm going to mill these down to get us really close to what we need, and then I can clean up each of the edges by running it through the planer, and then we'll clean up our surfaces too for everything. And you are seeing that all take place right now as I'm speaking of this process, so I hope you enjoy the buttery footage, at least semi-buttery. And yeah, again, as I always say in every one of my videos, running these through the planer is not a necessity. You can still make this desk without doing that. I know it's considered a more advanced piece of equipment, but just know you are still able to do it too. So let's check in with future me to see how everything turned out. Thank you, past Chico, for kicking it to me. Future Chico here. We have everything now completely planed through the planer. Here's our 3 shelves, or our 3 pieces for our second shelf, our desktop here, the legs. So now we need to get these legs going by pocket holing them. And you know how we do it, so I'll give you a quick little clip of that while I'm speaking to you right now. So once we're all pocket holed up on our 13.5-inch pieces, those are the only pieces we're going to pocket hole right now for the legs. And then we're going to get everything all assembled, so you're seeing me do that right now. Man, great job, Chico. You're welcome, Chico. So I'm thanking myself and giving myself props all in the same clip while I'm doing work. I mean, this is next level content. On to the build. Here our legs are fully assembled. Next, let's start making our tabletops. Wait, that's the second shelf. That's our tabletop. Either way, it's time to make some good, solid surfaces for storage and multi-purpose use. I don't know why I'm so passionate about it, but here we go. We are setting up some random 2x4 scraps that I have. We're going to lay all of our pieces that are behind the workbench on these as we get them burned up and ready to go. Here's all of our pieces, our desktop, our second shelf, and then our legs. So let's get to burning, or enjoy the burning. That's probably how I'll do it. So enjoy the visuals that you are seeing of the satisfying process of burning by yours truly. Thank you. Here we are, chef's kiss. Mwah! Very crisp, well done on our legs, on our tabletops. So our next step is going to be getting these downstairs and get some urethane on these bad boys and get it all sealed up, and then once that's done, it'll be delivery and install time, and I promise I'm going to film it. That's a bad promise to make.